Have you ever felt stuck in a cycle of regret and guilt? What if I told you that the key to releasing that burden is forgiving yourself? Let's explore together how self-forgiveness can be the first step towards inner peace. Welcome to our channel, where we share inspiration and motivation for living a better life. Today, we will discuss a very important but often overlooked concept, self-forgiveness. The quote that forms the basis of our discussion today is, "Forgiving yourself as the first step towards inner peace." Let's start this journey with a deep understanding of what self-forgiveness truly means and how it can change our lives. We have all made mistakes. Sometimes, those mistakes feel so big that it's hard to forgive ourselves. But what does self-forgiveness really mean? Forgiving yourself does not mean ignoring or justifying the mistakes we've made. On the contrary, it's about the process of accepting that we are imperfect humans capable of learning from our mistakes. Self-forgiveness is about accepting that we all have flaws and we can't always do everything perfectly. It's about acknowledging that we, like everyone else, have limitations and sometimes make wrong decisions. Forgiving yourself means giving yourself space to grow and develop and not being trapped in constant regret. Imagine you are carrying a heavy burden on your back. Every step feels difficult and painful. The same goes for guilt. When we can't forgive ourselves, we constantly carry that burden, which ultimately hinders us from moving forward. I want to share a real story of someone who experienced this. When we constantly feel guilty, we tend to withdraw from others and from opportunities that may come. Prolonged guilt can affect our relationships, our work, and our overall well-being. The burden of guilt can make us feel unworthy of happiness or success, and this can become a very destructive cycle. Furman was a very successful man in his field. However, he always felt that something was missing in his life. Guilt over past mistakes always haunted him. He constantly criticized himself, feeling not good enough, and this affected all aspects of his life, including his relationships and work. Furman then realized that he had to do something to change this situation. He began to seek ways to forgive himself. Furman spent a lot of time thinking about the mistakes he had made. He felt that these mistakes defined who he was and that he did not deserve happiness. This is a very common mindset when we feel trapped in guilt. However, Furman began to realize that to move forward, he had to let go of this burden. Furman started his journey with 3 important steps. 1. Acknowledge mistakes. I made a mistake, and that is part of being human. Acknowledging that we are not perfect is the first step in this process. When we acknowledge our mistakes, we indirectly give ourselves the chance to learn and grow. Acknowledging mistakes is a brave step because it means facing ourselves and accepting that we have flaws. 2. Learn from mistakes. What can I learn from this mistake? Using negative experiences as lessons for the future. Every mistake brings valuable lessons that can help us become better. Furman started seeing his mistakes as opportunities to grow. He began to understand that every failure is a chance for him to continue learning and developing. 3. Forgive yourself. I choose to forgive myself. Furman realized that forgiving himself was the key to releasing the burden and moving forward. Forgiving oneself is a very important act of self-love. It's about giving ourselves the chance to let go of the past and focus on a better future. After applying these steps, Furman began to feel a change in his life. The burden he had been carrying gradually began to lighten. He felt lighter, more peaceful, and more able to enjoy life. Forgiving oneself opens the door to greater inner peace and happiness. Self-forgiveness gives us the freedom to accept ourselves as we are, with all our flaws and strengths. It allows us to live more authentically and in alignment with our values. Furman found that by forgiving himself, he was able to rebuild healthier relationships with those around him and feel more satisfied in his work. Now, let's look at some practical tips you can apply in your life to forgive yourself. 1. Write down your feelings. Keep a journal about your feelings and thoughts. It might seem trivial and we might feel lazy to do it, but writing down feelings and thoughts can help release negative emotions within us. A journal is a very powerful tool for self-reflection. It allows us to explore our feelings and find mindsets that we might need to change. 2. Meditation and mindfulness. Take time each day to meditate and practice mindfulness. This can help you stay calm and become more focused. Meditation can help us find peace within ourselves and understand that we don't have to be perfect to be happy. 3. Talk to a trusted person. Share your feelings or bad experiences with a trusted friend or family member. Having support from others is very helpful in releasing negative emotions. Talking to others can also provide a new perspective and help us see situations from a different point of view. Let's look at some real-life examples where self-forgiveness can be applied. For instance, in a broken relationship due to past mistakes, in a career stalled by previous failures, or in self-development halted by a lack of confidence. In each of these situations, self-forgiveness can be the first step towards positive change. Imagine someone who feels they failed in a romantic relationship because of mistakes they made. Forgiving oneself can be the first step in opening their heart and mind to new, healthier relationships. Or think about a professional who feels stuck in their career because of past failures. Self-forgiveness can free them to try new opportunities and take risks they might have previously avoided. Self-forgiveness is the first step towards inner peace. When we learn to accept and forgive ourselves, we open the door to greater happiness and success. So, start today. Don't delay. If necessary, force yourself to do it right now. Don't ever postpone it. Forgive yourself and see how your life changes. Inner peace is the greatest gift we can give ourselves. By forgiving ourselves, we allow ourselves to let go of unnecessary burdens and focus on the things that truly matter in our lives. Self-forgiveness allows us to live happier, more peacefully, and more meaningfully. Every small step or action can bring about great change. By forgiving yourself, you take the first step towards a happier and more peaceful life. So, don't hesitate to share your story in the comments and join our supportive community. Together, we can create a world full of love and understanding. If you feel inspired by this video, don't forget to leave a comment below about your experience with trying to forgive yourself, and subscribe to the channel for more motivational content. Share this video with friends and family who might need a boost to forgive themselves. Thank you for watching till the end. Stay motivated in living your life. Never give up, and see you in the next video.